Yes, so there's just a few more coming in and I'll just let people come in as they arrive. Hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to this sexual power activation. Really excited to share this with you. So in this call, I'm going to talk to you about your sexual power. I'm going to try and keep the talk really short. Because I've done other videos on it. So if you're interested in other videos, you can have a look at my Facebook group where I talk about it in a lot more detail and I go into some subjects that I'm going to be covering today, like sexual shame, especially sexual shame in women. So I'm going to be, briefly talking about our sexual power. And then I'm going to provide a sexual power activation, which is a real taster of what your sexual power feels like and how you can harness it. Now, there is also a competition for all of you that have joined live. All you have to do to have a chance to win is towards the end, I'm going to be asking for you to feedback on how that was. You can just type it in the comments box. And I've already picked a number. So that number will be the person who wins. And they're going to win a place in my upcoming sexual power activation, which is a full program into releasing shame, stepping into our sexual power and learning how to harness and build this beautiful energy. So to win, all you need to do is feedback at the end and I'll tell you when that is. So welcome everyone. I know a lot of you, some of you, I don't know that well. So very briefly, my name is Kelly. I am an activator of the divine feminine, and really this started years ago when I moved to Ibiza. I got woken up in the middle of the night and this voice just said, it's your purpose to activate people's sacral chakra. Now, at the time, I had no idea what that meant. I was doing retreats like fitness and detox retreats. And I've been on a whole journey of womb awakening, connecting to the goddess, the divine feminine within, calling all these multi-dimensional parts, this wisdom, and sharing this work. And it's been very much focused on the womb. And now I'm really being called to go into more of this sacral energy, this sacred, sensual energy that we all hold. And this has been demonized for women to hold this energy. And so I really feel part of my work is to help us all learn to feel good with this energy and to learn how to harness this energy to create miracles in our life, because we are divine human beings. And that is our divine right to be able to bring miracles into being. Actually, we are a miracle, and I think we've forgotten that we are. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And I think a lot of people are here, so I'm going to get started, and I'm going to get started by opening up space. So I'm just going to ask you to close your eyes and just take a few breaths into your body. And it's almost like you're calling all of your energy and attention away out of the ethers, away from your day-to-day life, your to-do list, your family, your friends, your clients and your business, and just make a really clear intention now to call all of your energy back into your body, back into the here and now. Just so you can gift yourself with your own presence. So just feeling your body, feeling the breath in your body. And just notice which parts of your body are touching the chair beneath you. Which parts of your body you've got held up in tension. And there's an invitation to give your body Give your body now more to the chair beneath you. Perhaps resting your back on the chair behind you. And just giving your weight in your body to be held by the chair, held by Mother Earth. And inviting you now into this sacred space together. No matter where you are in the world, even if you're watching the replay. Gathering around together as a circle of women. And just welcoming you in now. However you are. So that you may be fully met and seen and honoured. So just taking a deep breath and just coming back. Opening your eyes and just really welcoming you into this circle. So let's get started into this juicy content then. So your sexual energy is the life force that magnetizes all of your desires into reality. And our sexual energy is life force. It's the life force itself, and it has then an immense power, a power to create, to bring desire into matter, to bring spirit into matter. And just like the act of sex between two humans brings a human baby into being, so can this energy be harnessed with love and compassion to birth your desires. This energy is magnetic to your desires. So just like a woman who is glowing and radiant, and perhaps she's not like textbook of what society says is beautiful, but she has this like energy about her. She has this magnetism about her. She has this je ne sais quoi, this something that is indescribably attractive. For me, this is when a woman has awakened her womb energy. She's awakened her sexual energy, and she is mastering this energy rather than being mastered by it, being ashamed from it, being controlled by it, feeling embarrassed about it. She is someone that has mastered this energy, and this energy, when mastered, is extremely magnetic and attractive to others, to your desires, if you are focusing your attention on that desire, which I'm going to be talking more about. Your sexual energy, because it is the life force, it has the power to heal. The power that creates you has the power to heal you. And my experience is a lot of healers, a lot of medicine women, a lot of therapists, coaches have naturally a lot of sexual energy. It's the healing force within us, and if it's unharnessed, it contains a huge amount of latent power for us to provide a space for transformation for our clients. So that's why sexual energy is used a lot in the tantric arts, in sexual healing, and it's seen as a bit of a side part of healing, really, within the Western world, at least. You know, if I was to say I was going to a tantric healer, you would immediately think it's about sex or yoni massage. But in fact, our sexual energy can be used for healing for ourselves, to nourish ourselves, to bring about vitality, to bring about regeneration of ourselves, and also it can be harnessed to provide space for others. And it's almost like this sexual energy, when fully awakened and fully activated, it is the elixir of life. It is that immortality elixir that so many fables and myths have talked about. It's not something external. It's actually something that we can biologically create within our own bodies. It's that juice, those sacred waters, that when we are activating this sexual energy and using it, it brings about this healing, this vitality, this juiciness. Now, I find it very interesting that the sacred and the sexual have been separated by religion, culture, society, educational systems. And for me, this is a key way in which our raw sovereign power has been taken away from us. Almost so the few can hold the power, the wealth, and the leadership of the world for themselves. And yes, I'm talking about the patriarchal regime. There was a time before patriarchy when woman was honoured. There was a time when the innate power within you was revered, was honoured, was cherished, where men knew they were entering a sacred temple when they became intimate with you, when men fell down on their knees in gratitude and awe as you opened the gates. And when they entered with such love and grace, you felt totally held, totally safe, and you were able to fully open up this divine portal within, the portal of life. And from this portal springs forth an eternal flow of energy that weaves spirit into form. And from this, you manifest your deep desires. You actually weave energy into form. And yet we've been purposely cut off from this spring. This spring has been closed by shame and damnation. And this spring has even been taken and co-opted by others. It really is time to reclaim the sacred waters within, the elixir of life, so that you can harness it and bring forth your desires into manifestation. And I'm not talking about little I am egoic desires. Women that get attracted to my work are women that have a great vision for the world, that actually are really connected to their hearts and their compassion and that deep feminine energy, and genuinely want to see a change in the world, that genuinely want to feel, actually, they feel they're part of that change somehow. So being able to activate your sexual energy brings that manifestation and that miracle that you see, that vision that you hold for the world, into realization a lot more quicker. The thing is, I've talked about the word men, but indeed, when I talk about men, I'm talking about anything external to you. Money, miracles, that vision of that business you see, that dream house. None of those external things will bow down to you until you really, truly bow down to yourself, until you really honor this sacred sexual energy that you hold within you, and you bring it out of that shame and into sacredness again. And there's been this great calling through me to provide this sexual activation. I actually got woken up a few weeks ago in the middle of the night with this transmission, this download to provide this work. And I thought, oh, I'll just write it in the morning. And I really got the urge that I had to write it down then. So what I've put together, I literally wrote down frantically that night, and I've been developing it. So I feel very excited and very honored and juicy, actually, about sharing this activation with you, about making the sensual sacred again, because it holds all the power, you see, the power of life. Now, the full program that I'm going to be doing next month contains 3 activations, 3 initiations about clearing this shame activating this power and learning how to use this power. But what I wanted to do today was share a taster. And this is going to be a taster which is about, actually, I'm going to take you through an activation which is about activating your sexual power and releasing and feeling this current of energy through you. I've been doing womb awakening work and divine energy work, feminine energy work for a number of years now, and I almost forget how much awareness I have in this sacral area, how much feeling I have, how much sensation I have, and how actually that isn't the case for many people. A lot of women feel numbness in this area. They feel disconnected from this area. They feel it's normal to not have a lot of sensation in this area. And often we're carrying a lot of trauma and pain in this area, because the womb space especially is the center of your creativity, your center of power, and your center of presence in the world. And the feminine has been desecrated for millennia. And so our temple within that represents the temple without has been desecrated. It has been a place of pain and trauma instead of a place of power and creation that it is. So then there's no surprise that we cut ourselves off from this area, that we find it difficult to connect to this area, and that actually we don't realize there's a lot of sensation, a lot of awareness, a lot of power that we can experience in this energy. And so this activation I'm sharing with you today is going to be about changing that and starting to sense the most tender, the most sweetest orgasmic energy that you have within you, the spark of life. So I would like to take you through this activation now. This activation can be done by anyone. If you have a womb, if you don't have a womb, if you've had surgery, if you've had trauma, pain, there's no reason why you shouldn't do this except one. And that is if you are pregnant. If you are pregnant, we are going to be working with light frequency within this area. And so if there's a beautiful human coming into form in this area, we don't want to be playing with it. So if you are pregnant or you think you may be pregnant, please don't do this. Wait. If you aren't pregnant, then this is absolutely for you. So before I go into the activation, I just want to see if anyone has any questions, any comments about what I've shared so far. And you can pop them in the chat box. I'm just going to give a few moments in case anything comes through. And if you haven't got any questions, then I'm going to invite you to get comfortable. It's really good to do this sitting up, because this area is an area that we can be disconnected from. It's easy to zone out and fall asleep. So it's the kind of activation that you want to be really present in. So I'm going to invite you to sit up, get comfortable. I don't think there's any questions. So beautiful. Let's go ahead and do this activation now. Okay, so closing your eyes. And just throughout this practice, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I am going to start with an intention. And I'm going to invite you to say this intention in your mind's eye, in your own words, really to yourself. It's my sacred intention to unlock my sacred sexual power, and to start to connect with it, to start to allow it to blossom and flower and flourish within me. So just breathing that intention into your body, to your heart, to your womb, and out through your energy field. And if you get lost or find it hard to stay focused during this activation, just return back to your intention, because your intention is the word. And so it is. So breathing now, in through your nose and out through your mouth at your own rhythm. And just feel your breath coming up through your nostrils. And into your throat. And just feeling this frequency, this breath coming down your throat and down through your upper chest now. Feeling this breath and having your attention and awareness following your breath down through your chest and your sternum. Just breathing deeply into your sternum and going down into your heart. And further down now into your diaphragm. Breathing deeply into your diaphragm, into your breasts. And further down now, down through your stomach, back of your spine. And further down, down through your belly, past your kidneys, and past now your belly button, your navel, really feeling your navel from the inside. And further down now, into your womb space. And now your womb, if you have a physical womb, she's about the size of a pear. You're not menstruating. And she's held about 2 inches above your pubic bone. So there's an invitation here to put your hands over your belly where your womb is. And really start to breathe now into your womb. Breathing this breath, this liquid light. It's like your breath is like a liquid light. This liquid light is filling up your womb space. And coming down now to the neck of the womb. The base of the womb, the cervix. Just taking your breath and your awareness down into the cervix. Down through your vagina. Just really breathing this breath and this light into the vaginal walls. Through the vulva, the clitoris. Just really bringing your breath and your awareness into your whole pelvic bowl now. So taking your breath and your awareness into your groin and just circling around your pelvic bowl, circling around the left side, connecting with your left ovary, circling around the back, the pelvic bowl and your sacrum, and circling around the front, the right side of your pelvic bowl, and circling around the front now into your pubic bone. We're traveling now through the pubic bone, taking your awareness and your presence through the pubic bone, right into the center, the Holy of Holies, your sacred sexual energy. And in the center, we find like a lotus flower where the petals are closed. And slowly now, at your own pace, each petal is starting to peel back and open. The first petal, the second, the third, and the fourth. Now we are reaching the inner petals of this lotus flower, peeling back the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and finally the seventh. And as that seventh petal begins to open up, you see right in the center of this lotus flower an intense bright light, the spark of life. Just allow now yourself to look into this light, to feel this light. Asking yourself, how does this feel? Is it painful? Is it pleasurable? Is it tender? Is it almost a mix of all of these? This orgasmic energy, the spark of life. And just notice if you're trying to hide from it, if you're scared of it, or any other emotions or feelings that are present, just honoring yourself, honoring these emotions, honoring these feelings. And if it feels right now, if you wish, you may invite this light to start dancing and spiraling, and spreading out now through your whole pelvic area, dancing into every cell of your pelvic area, bringing vitality, awareness, pure consciousness, illumination into every cell of your pelvic area. Into the parts that you know, into the parts that you don't know, into the parts that feel pain or tension or numbness or darkness or contraction. Bringing this light now as it dances and spirals around into the parts that you know well. Bringing more illumination, more awakening, more energy, more vitality. And this light now is starting, it feels right to you to spread up through your stomach and your belly, up into your rib cage, illuminating your heart. Into your breasts. And further up now into your upper chest, into your throat. Just feeling this light dancing, vibrating as it penetrates all of the cells in your body, spiraling and dancing. Coming up now through your face, up behind the nostrils, through the palate of the mouth, and right the way up until it reaches your pineal gland. And this light now is starting to spiral and move and dance around your pineal gland. And as it does that, you see your pineal gland like a lotus flower, the same, closed up. But this light now is inviting each petal to open. The first, the second, the third, and the fourth, stepping up to the altar. The fifth, the sixth, and the seventh, until you see another spark of light in the center of this lotus flower, shining and vibrating now. 2 lotus flowers, one in your womb and one in your pineal gland, connected, moving and dancing. The energy of the cosmos. Just feel how this energy is bringing vitality and nourishment into every cell of your body. The spark of life from your sacred space, connected to the unlimited love in your heart, connected to the vision that sees all and knows all from your pineal gland. Dancing in unison now, opening up your sacred sexual power. Allowing yourself, as much as feels comfortable for you, to allow this energy to spread out through your body and out into your energy field now. Filling up your energy field with you, with your spark of life. Filling it up so much there's simply no space for anything else. And just breathing now as you really allow this energy to fill up your energy field. And just asking yourself, what can you see here? What is possible for you? What is available for you right now? And just trust whatever comes up may be revealed to you in symbols. Don't try to understand them, absorb them, accept them. Maybe words, allow them to come. Maybe a vision or a knowing. Maybe something you knew already, but you haven't been allowing yourself to fully witness. Just taking some breaths now. One hand on your womb and one hand on your heart. And with your breath and your awareness now, calling your breath and your awareness into your body, into the physical edges of your body. Almost with your hand, you can start to rub your belly and rub your chest. As you really just call and draw all of your energy now into your body, coming back to the physical edges of your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, and just coming back to yourself, to this Zoom room, welcoming you back. And just taking some breaths and looking around the room that you're in. Coming back into the presence. Thank you everyone for joining me on this journey, on this activation. I'd love to hear from you how that was from you. So you can just put your comments in the chat box. I won't read them out because I'm recording this, but this is your chance to share how that was for you. Was it easy? Was it difficult? How did it feel? Did you get any messages? And for all of you that do share, I'm going to enter you now into the competition to win that place. That place in my full program, Activate Your Sexual Power. So as I said, I won't read them out because this is our sacred space and this is being shared in the recording. It's so beautiful. I will say, if you don't feel or see anything, don't worry. That's a chart. That's a sign that this space is shut down. This space contains trauma or pain or holding that needs to be cleared in order for you to fully see this energy. So I would invite you to come and do it again. And if you feel that you have trauma or pain in this area, then I would say my full program would be really good for you, because we work on clearing that trauma and pain. So beautiful to read everyone's messages. Wow, Mary, I love your message. Wow. I'm feeling that energy throughout. It's so beautiful. Yeah, so it can feel quite difficult or uncomfortable to connect to this area. We have been conditioned for several millennia to be disconnected from this area. Wow. I'm reading the messages, but not reading them out to hold your space. Yeah, Melissa, that's beautiful. Yes, to drink it. Beautiful. Sorry, I am just reading everyone's comments. If you watch the recording, please share your comments as well, and I will come back to you. But I just want to honor this sacred space for those that have joined live. And if anyone wants to private message me afterwards, you can. Yes. So I did say that there would be a winner to my full program. So let me see. I wrote down a number before we joined the call. And so I'm just going to look at that number and see who it is. This is exciting, isn't it? Dominica, it's you. You have won the place to my Activate Your Sexual Power Full Activation. It's a 3-part program. So please just message me, DM me, or email me after this, and I can talk to you about that. Thank you so much to everyone actually for joining. Now, if what you experienced today, it was just a snapshot of what we're going to be doing in the full program. And as a thank you to everyone who's joined, I want to gift you all, if you would like to do the full program, I'm going to be offering everyone that's joined this call an additional bonus that isn't on the information page, and that is a 30-minute private call with me to work on your specific issue or outcome that you want to achieve. So if you have a trauma that you know you need to work through, or perhaps there's a specific miracle that you want to bring in, then this is your chance to get that private session with me. And it's only available to the first 10 people who join. So if you want to hear more about that program, and you can hear about how you can expand this energy and work on this energy, then keep on listening. But you don't have to listen, okay? I wanted to share this as a gift, but if you want to hear about the full program, please stay on, and I'll just talk about it very briefly. So as I said, I got a download to do this program, a bit like some of you have said. It's time to liberate this energy. It's time to heal the sister wound around this energy, and it's time to really harness this energy. So I've put together a 3-part program. It's 3 initiations and activations of this sexual energy, so that you are free to express your divine sensual nature. This program is giving you the opportunity to start to master this energy, to become sovereign in this energy, because when you do that, you're able to use this energy to bring your desires into manifestation. We are divine human beings, and that is how we were created. But as I explained a bit in the beginning, the few have disconnected us from this power. so that they can create the power and the wealth. But that's all changing now. The feminine is rising, and she's really supported by a divine masculine, so many divine masculine teachers that are really ushering in actually the rise of the feminine. This is an amazing moment in time, and a lot of us priestesses, healers, shamanic medicine women have been waiting lifetimes for this to happen, and it's almost like now we're not sure if it's really going to happen. Is it another false start like we've had in the dark ages? Is it really going to happen? But the whole energy is saying yes. So activate your sexual power. The full program is really about harnessing this energy so that you can bring miracles into your life and birth miracles in line with the cosmic order, because that is how things are brought into being. So whether that's more money, more clients to grow your business, whether it's deeper intimacy or a more loving relationship, maybe it's about feeling that actually starting to harness and use this energy within your practice. So the full program is for you if you do feel blocked in attracting abundance into your life. The thing is that our sexual energy has been shamed. So if we feel shame of our life force, of our sexual energy, then often we are blocking then the abundance flow. So whether that's abundance of love, of wealth, or perhaps some deep desires you have to buy a dream home or to live in a particular area, this program is for you if you really want to increase your manifestation potential in line with the cosmic order. So this isn't about mind tricks or thoughts or things. This is about you becoming the frequency of the desire that you are wanting to bring in. This is for you if you do feel ashamed, if you feel ashamed and you suppress your sexual energy, if you have got a sexual past that you feel ashamed of, perhaps you gave your love away too freely, perhaps you judge yourself for being too promiscuous. It's also for you if you have had sexual trauma. So if you've had, and for me, sexual trauma is anything where this sacred temple is not honored. So that can be unloving sexual experiences all the way through to sexual abuse and rape. So we really work to clear our sexual trauma so we're able to free up this energy. This program is for you as well if you feel a bit like your libido's dried up, you can't get your juices going, because basically your libido is this elixir of life, is this desire to create. And often our libido isn't connected really to sex, it's about desire for life. And if you have had a lot of heartbreaks in your life, like a lot of goals that you've made that haven't worked out, or they've missed the mark on what your big vision was, then often our desire, our will to bring forth the desire starts to drop down. So this program is for you if that's for you. And it is also for you, as I said, if you are a teacher, a coach, a mentor, or you have some kind of remembering of working with your sexual energy, if you actually feel you have a lot of sexual energy and you're not sure how to channel it, this program is for you. So as I said, it's 3 activations that we do. The first activation is about cleansing and releasing all of the shame and all of the sexual trauma that we hold within our body. So that's shame of our past, unloving sexual experiences, sexual trauma that we've had. So if you feel disconnected from this area, if you've had trauma, if you feel ashamed of your past and your sexual past, or maybe you've had some partners in the past that were abusive or abandoned you, or you had heartbreak, the first call is about really releasing that so that you're able to fully activate this energy. Then the second activation then is about awakening this divine sexual power, almost what we did today on steroids, because the first call, we're going to clear out all of the the gunk, the shame, the trauma that's in the way of us fully opening this energy. So the second one is about activating this pure Lilith power and really feeling and learning how to allow this energy to revitalize yourself as a channel of the divine, and how to bring it into your desires and your deep wishes for the world. And finally, the third activation is about magnetizing and manifesting miracles. So the third call is about how to build this sexual energy, how to master it, how to work with it, and how to channel it so that you are able to enjoy more of everything as the love goddess that you are. So it's 3 parts. Essentially, the calls are about 90 minutes to 2 hours. We're meeting on Fridays, the day of the goddess. It's in November. I'll put the information page below somewhere so you can have a look. So it includes the 3 calls, a private Facebook group so I can support you through the mentoring and what's happening. And also you'll get PDFs to support you through the process, and you get the activations and the wisdom sharings that I share for life. So it's £333 to join. And as I said, if you join today or tomorrow, let's say, because today's a bit late now, let's say by Sunday, the first 10 people to join, I'm going to give you a free 30-minute call with me so that you can work on a specific issue or a specific intention that you have that's related to your sexual power. So claim that prize, all you need to do is message me once you purchased it and we'll book you in. I am going to try and put the link below. I think I put it in the chat box, but I will message it to everyone. So yeah, that's the program. We start in November. And I just want to open up. We have a few minutes. If anyone has any questions or thoughts on anything that I've shared today at all. And it may be comments. I'm loving reading all of your comments. So just a chance if you want to ask anything about your sexual energy, your sacral chakra, your things that you want to bring into being, any traumas, any questions on anything I've shared today. And if you are watching the replay, you can put it in the comments as well, and I will come and check them later. It's so funny. It doesn't really feel like Friday to me today. I keep feeling it's the weekend. I'm in the UK with my family. I'm here on a visit. I live in Ibiza in Spain, for those that don't know, but I'm here in the UK, in the family home where I grew up, and I'm really enjoying it. Marika, great question. Is sexual energy different to Kundalini energy? Oh, I think that's a really good question. I get a bit like, so yes, they are. But when we talk about Kundalini energy, I think it can get a bit like boxed in and specific, like it's 2 energies running up and it's a snake and it meets in the pineal gland. I think we can get a bit boxed in by doing that, by saying that it's just that. So I want to say that it's bigger than our impression of what that is. And actually someone spoke about it. It's the elixir of life. Someone said it, and I spoke about it in the beginning. It is like a sacred elixir, a frequency of light that brings things into form, a new type of consciousness. Like some might call it Christ consciousness, some may call it what I feel is our sexual energy has been upgraded, let's say, there's a new frequency of our energy available to us when it's activated and when it's taken out of the shame and into the sacred. So yeah, I guess I'm saying yes, it is, but I feel that if we think about it in just Kundalini energy, we can get lost. So if you do the course and the activations, is it an instant thing or a process that will gradually grow? That's a really good question. So I'm going to talk about my clients who have worked with me before, and it's a mix. So no, it's both. You always feel something instantly, whether that is, especially if you're clearing trauma, like people feel that instantly, and it's such a relief to clear trauma and shame. So you feel it instantly. In terms of harnessing this energy and growing with it, for me, it's a life work. Not that you have to work a lifetime to achieve it, but it's almost like a new way of living. It's a new vibrancy that you can work in. And so it grows the more that you work and you activate with it. But really, this is a decision that that you want to clear out the shame, work with this energy consciously to bring in your manifestation. So you get instant changes, but the more you work on it, the more beautiful it gets, and the more you're able to bring things into manifestation. Yes. Yeah, we are getting close to the hour mark, and I did promise it would be an hour because I know for some I need to get away. So I want to say thank you so much for joining. I can stay on for a few more minutes if anyone has any questions. If you want to ask me about the program, just send me an email or DM, however we know each other, and I can speak to you then. And I really want to say thank you to everyone for joining. It's been so beautiful. Thank you. It's so lovely to see faces that I know really well and faces that I don't know as well. So thank you so much. Yes, I don't think there's any more questions, so I'm going to close down this circle. I'm going to say thank you to everyone for watching live or watching the replay. Get in touch if you've got questions, and wishing you a fabulous Friday, because it is the day of the goddess. Remember that. So time to go and live in your goddess energy. Lots of love, everyone. Bye.